This is the Monday Marketing Minute. And just as a side note to something completely different, we will be starting season 6 of the CMC League here this week. Signups will probably be Friday, and if they fill quickly, hopefully we'll start the week after that. Otherwise, we might start the following week after that, and we're judging kind of around Christmas and whatnot. We're trying to figure that out. But we'll give another announcement on the Facebook page because that's pretty much where we're giving most of our announcements these days and whatnot. And so we'd love to have you join. It'll be collector's boxes, and we're super stoked for this season because last season was a blast. Welcome to the channel, my pack Kraken family. Clever Magic Trevor here on the Clever Magic Community YouTube channel. And today is the Monday Marketing Minute. It's probably, it's definitely not one of the most viewed videos of the week, but it's probably my favorite to do because I like to kind of follow the market, see what's going on. It helps me figure out what decks people are doing, what's the hot commodity, what's the ticket everybody's punching these days. And so let's get into it. We'll start with number one on the biggest movers. We have Blink Moth Infusion, up to roughly 10 and a quarter. It's up 158%, and it's a 14 drop, 2 blues and 12 colorless. This is freaking ridiculous. And it's an instant. It's affinity for artifacts. This spell costs 1 less to play. For each artifact you control, untap all artifacts. Man, why has this moved? We see it in a few commander decks. There's a few artifact decks, and then of course Urza High Lord sometimes carries it, and the Galazeth Prismari sometimes carries it. Actually, that one carries it quite frequently. But commander's not what is moving this one. Actually, it's a modern deck that is carrying this one, and the deck has been it's been showing up in every single Calibrated Blast deck. I know what you're thinking. Calibrated Blast. Have we even seen that card? It's up on the screen right now. Let's read it. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Put the revealed card on the bottom of your library in random order. When you reveal a non-land card this way, Calibrated Blast deals damage equal to the card's mana value to any target. And it's got flashback for 5. It's a 3-drop, and it's got flashback for 5, meaning let's do it again, right? So what's in this deck? We see Scion of Draco. It's a 12-drop. We see Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, which happens to be a 15-drop. We got the Arat Worm, which is what is that? A 15-drop also, I believe. And then you got Blink Moth Infusion, and then of course Calibrated Blast, and there's a whole bunch of lands in this. Sideboards, there's some other ones, some decent cost and whatnot. And then a big one is Throes of Chaos, which basically you exile cards until you find I think it's an instant or something like that. Let's read it, and it has retrace. But when you cast this spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. So that would cost less. So you can basically exile until you get a Calibrated Blast. You get a Calibrated Blast. Then once you get the Calibrated Blast, you just use that until you're just dealing insane damage. It's a super fun card. It kind of reminds me of what's that one, that the Trickery card that came out recently. This is just it's just a fun deck, and as an opponent, you're just looking to maybe counter the heck out of this. I don't really know, because it's a pretty stupid deck, and you can get it off pretty darn quickly. I've heard of people just mulliganing till they get Throes of Chaos, if they have enough mana and Throes of Chaos in their hand. And then, who cares? If you have 4 cards and one's Throes and 3 mana, that's all you need. And so it's a pretty stupid deck, but we can definitely see why this one's ticking up. And obviously you're going to have 4 in your deck. So On to number 2, Hunted Phantasm. Up to 650, 117% increase. Hunted Phantasm is unblockable. It's a spirit. When Hunted Phantasm comes into play, put 5 1/1 red goblin creature tokens into play under target opponent's control. Who's making this tick up? I'm gonna go straight to the meat and potatoes. We got Toxrill. And Toxrill, you know, his extra ability, sacrifice a slug, draw a card, is blue and a black, so you can play blues with it. And you know, we've seen week in and week out where Toxrill's making some moves on some cards, and this is easy. It's an easy 3-drop 4/6. Really good card. Really good card. So I'm surprised this one hasn't ticked up before. But Toxrill is making things happen. On to number 3, spawning Kraken. And what have we seen from Krakens? I mean, really. I mean, Krakens, Leviathans, Octopus, Serpents. We've seen Runo. Yes, the Commander Runo. He's also one. I mean, each and every week it seems like we had Serpent of Yawning Depths, we had Quest for Ola's Temple, we had Rexiol, the Risen Deep. I mean, we had all these moves, and Bruno cares about high-costed creatures to flip. When flipped and attacking, you get to create a copy of another target attacking creature, and even makes 2 copies if the creature is a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent. So, I mean, this is a 6-drop, but whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent you control deals combat damage to a player, creates a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token, and it's already a 6/6. This is getting stupid. So we knew Runo was going to make some changes. I just think that there's been a ton of recent, especially in the Innistrad block, that has really made some other cards move. And we were predicting this before Crimson Vow even came out, but after Crimson Vow came out, it's looking like Crimson Vow is just doing stupid things to a lot of the commander and you know, kind of meta decks in that way. So like I said, we predicted it, and there it is. You have it there. Those are the 3 big movers. I mean, spawning Kraken's only up 51%, but there's not a ton of moving. So with that being said, you know how this goes. We'll catch you on the next video.